Hi, I'm Kelly and Chaos. Welcome to this channel, Starring the Crone. Today I wanted to talk a bit more about films, connections in films that I've observed. There's two movies in particular. They both came out at exactly the same time. One I remember being completely all over the place, marketed. My mother was talking about going and seeing it. The other movie I only watched probably about 8 weeks ago or so with my daughter, which is the Suffragettes. I actually came across the Suffragettes on the movie, because I didn't know it existed. I honestly didn't know it was out there. On Vanessa Vokey's page, she mentioned it, and then later on, Kelly Jane Keane on Standing for Women mentioned it. And it's a historical movie about what the women in the UK did and went through to get the right to vote. Madness. Like, arrested, force-fed if they were choosing to protest through starvation. Amazing actresses in it. Helena Bonham Carter, Meryl Streep in it. Mind blown. Big name. Never heard of this movie. The other movie that came out exactly at the same time, like I am not fucking shitting you, literally at the same time, was all over the place, and it was kind of bizarre to me because my mother herself was literally like, I'm going to go see this movie. And I'm like, really? And that was The Danish Girl. Two really completely polar opposite movies. We're talking one that's about what women went through and their movement to get the right to vote, which, by the way, in Australia was 1905. So keep that in mind. 1905 is when the women of Australia had the right to vote. In England, they got the right to vote, but it was only for women over 30 to begin with. So, I mean, get your head around that. Not only could women not vote, but when they first got the right to vote in England, they had to be 30 and over. Yeah. Alright. Suffragettes. Big name actresses in it. The Danish Girl. One's about a woman's right to vote. The other one is about an ornithologue. And that's somebody who has a fetish about living in women's attire. Honestly, it seemed to me that it's very Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs, really, you know, and the movie was literally like that. He's wearing his wife's clothes, her being an artist. Now, I've only seen the trailer, and that's all I'm going to stomach. I'm not watching the movie. Like, okay, there will be people that go, oh, you didn't watch the movie. No, I watched the trailer. That was enough. Thank you very much. I got the general gist. That's what trailers are about. So, the Suffragettes was... So, the Suffragettes is classed as a British historical... Let me say that again. The Suffragette was considered a British historical drama released in 2015. The Danish Girl is classed as a biographical drama inspired by the novel. So, from what I understand, the Danish Girl was written about, this novel was written about this particular person in history. So, we've got a historically based movie, Suffragettes, and we've got a fucking very loosely based movie concept based on this person in history, the Danish Girl. So, being in Australia, Both movies came out in late 2014, early 2015. Only one of these movies that I remember ever hearing about in the time. I find it incredibly disturbing that two movies that have such polar opposite ideas and concepts, and one, at least from where I was in the world, I don't know about the TERFs in England, I don't know about the TERFs in America, but I clearly remember seeing on sides of buses and all that type of crap, the Danish Girl being advertised. Not once, and not even till recently, like literally until recently, like last 2 months, 8 weeks or so, that I even knew the Suffragettes was a movie, was a thing. I've now spread that far and wide with my friendly neighbourhood TERFs, with my TERFy friends. One of the best parts of the Suffragettes that's just absolutely amazing to me was right at the end when they cut in the real footage with the Hollywood footage. It was just so moving. It was just so beautiful. You know, like, you've got these warrior women fighting for not just themselves, but to change the world for a better place. And then in the Danish Girl, you've got some bloke camping it up in his wife's gown because it feels nice. I might just be wearing my tinfoil hat, miles too tight, but I don't necessarily believe it's an accident that one movie got pushed so much and the other one didn't. I just, you know, when I'm looking up this stuff, like, literally, like, oh, what year was that, and what year was that, and the fact that these, you know, keep coming back the same, like, they come back the same year, the same time. You know, it hurts my head. It hurts my head. So, at the, you know, look, at the end of the day, I don't even know what to think. That's me. Stone the Crone out.